going on, dudes and dudettes? So yes, the Cleveland Cavaliers lose ex-USC player Evan Mobley to an ankle sprain or something like that. So they say he will be out at least a week, hoping it is just that because it is affecting my fantasy basketball team as well. So we will see when he does return. And then an ex-Duke player playing for the Hawks in Atlanta, Jalen Johnson, recently suffered yet another injury, which sadly is going to keep him out day to day, they said. But as of right now, it looks like he's going to be out too. And this also affects my fantasy team. So yes, I made some pretty good pickups, I think, over the weekend once these guys did get hurt. But hopefully I won't have to miss out on these guys for the rest of the season. But yes, two of the ex-players on my teams are down with injuries, which sucks, but hoping for the best in their quick returns. Yeah, Grayson Allen the other day, he went off for 26 points and had 8 threes total. He even set a franchise record in that first quarter with 7 of those threes, which is pretty cool. It's pretty crazy, obviously, how well he is shooting the ball. And of course, now that he's getting to play more with always one of the Phoenix Suns' stars out with injury, he's getting, some really good playing time and showing out for that team. So yes, hoping for some more continued success for Grayson Allen, except against my LA Lakers. Yeah, 2025 defensive lineman Bryce Davis recently set up an official visit to USC on June 21st, which is pretty cool. And I think he did also set up a visit with Duke as well in the near future. So that's pretty cool. Obviously, it's always cool when both of my teams are going after the same guy. So at least hoping he ends up at one or the other. And another player in the 2025 class, another running back, Dwayne Morris, recently said USC will definitely be high on his list after he got an official offer. I'm pretty sure it was Anthony Jones Jr., the running backs coach, once again offering another pretty talented guy. Hopefully he is at that position. So yes, looking pretty bright so far for that position in the near future for USC. Yes, a 2026 four-star linebacker Thomas Davis Jr. recently had an unofficial visit to USC. I'm trying to wonder if this is the same Thomas Davis Jr. that was with the Bears, I want to believe, and he was playing with Carolina for a long time, or was it just Carolina he was playing for? But yeah, I remember a very talented guy in the NFL with that same name, Thomas Davis, and if this is his kid as well, that would be pretty cool if they could land him as well in a couple years from now at USC. And then, yes, the women's team did beat UCLA the other day 80-70 in double overtime, and they advanced to the finals to play against Stanford. Juju Watkins had 33 points, 10 rebounds, and 2 blocks. And then speaking of that championship game, yes, they did beat Stanford there 74-61. They won the Pac-12. They clinch, obviously, now a spot officially in the March Madness tournament, so they don't have to wait on pins and needles to see. They would not have anyways, because I think even before this victory, they were considered a 2 spot in that area, like a number 2 ranking in their area, wherever they're going to be playing. So either way, this looks like a pretty talented team. Definitely very happy and excited that they're able to get this victory, especially against a top performance once again by their top freshman and Juju Watkins. But yes, hoping that a little bit of couple extra games did not tire them out, but definitely showed how quickly this turnaround has been for this team with Coach Lindsey Gottlieb at the forehead of it as the main head coach. So looking forward to their near future here in March Madness. When it came to Cooper Flagg, yeah, he won the Naismith Trophy Player of the Year for the boys' side in high school basketball, which isn't that surprising just because of how well he's known and obviously the number 1 player on the basketball side coming out and just all the accolades he has been getting. So it's pretty cool that he was able to win this even a year earlier, because he is graduating a year early as well. So yeah, it's pretty obvious how talented this dude is. And then, yeah, the Lakers the other day did beat the Bucks, who's a pretty top team out there in the East, 123-122. D'Angelo Russell had 44 points, 6 rebounds, and 9 assists, and they were without LeBron James as well on that Friday night game. So yeah, I kind of was off and on looking at the score just because no LeBron. Didn't think they had a chance with a lot of the main other guys playing on the Bucks. But yeah, D'Angelo Russell did step up really well for this team. Made a lot of nice plays. I think he made that final layup to secure the victory as well. And then this Sunday, as I'm recording this video, they did play against the number 1 team in the West, in the Minnesota Timberwolves, and they got that victory 120-109. Anthony Davis had 27 points, 25 rebounds, 7 steals, 5 assists, and 3 blocks. I believe he is the first player in NBA history to have stats at all those things. I think he only needed 5 steals to be the first one to do it, but he threw in 7, obviously. But yeah, very dominant performance by him. They were lucky that the T-Wolves were missing their best player and Karl Anthony Towns, who is out with an injury. But yeah, they did put up a good fight against the Lakers. But yes, the Lakers did get this victory against the number 1 team. They've always seemed to have really good records against the top teams on either side, East or West, but then they struggle against the crappier one. So I can't explain that, but hopefully it will help them once they get to the playoffs, hopefully. In 2025, 4-star interior offensive lineman Micah DeBose, hopefully I'm saying that correct, did put USC in his top 10 recently the other day, so that's pretty good. Obviously another talented guy. Still thinking highly of USC, so can't go wrong with that. Yes, the Anaheim Ducks did have a couple more losses. They lost Friday to the Stars 6-2, and then lost tonight to the New York Islanders 6-1. So yeah, overall not a great showing from them. Now it's back-to-back losses, and yeah, I guess we'll see how the rest of this season goes. And then yes, sadly Duke did lose to their hated rival North Carolina 79-84. It was pretty much a bad, slow start to the game. They weren't really able to get back into it. Usually if Duke kind of starts slow, they're able to get back, even if it's against North Carolina, but they just weren't able to, and they made it a lot closer than what it was in the beginning of that game. But yeah, it was just tough to see throughout. But they did get a number 2 seed in the ACC tournament, and they get pretty much a bye week for the first 2 games, and then they will get to play the winner of Syracuse or the winner of the NC State and Louisville game. So whatever teams come out of those 3, whichever one, and they will be playing them in that 3rd round, I think it is, of the ACC tournament. So either way, I think their side of the bracket is pretty easy for them. They should be able to get to the finals, in my opinion. So hoping for that for my Duke Blue Devils. When it came to a little bit of rumors for the Chargers, apparently a lot of people have been saying that they are going to be interested in moving on from both Khalil Mack and Joey Bosa, whether that means releasing one or trading them. Hopefully trade, so you at least get something back. But I know there's been a lot of trades going on right now and releasing, so hopefully the Chargers won't do something dumb, but they have a lot more smarter people around in the front office now, so I'm pretty excited to see what they can do and what they can get out of this situation. Yes, the men's basketball team did beat a number 5 overall team in Arizona the other day, 78-65. It was a big time upset victory for them, and it is momentum going into the Pac-12 tournament, where they will be the number 9 seed, and they will be playing against the number 8 seed in Washington this Wednesday coming up. So yes, like I said, a lot of great momentum. Hopefully they can ride this out, and like I said, they will have to win this tournament to most likely get into the March Madness tournament. So hoping this goes well for them. Never really know, but yes, hoping for the best for the men of Troy. They talk about quarterbacks with highest potentials going into this year, and obviously Miller Moss of USC was number 4, and they even put at number 16 Malik Murphy of Duke. So obviously a lot of the 2 quarterbacks on my teams are definitely thought of very highly. So yes, hoping for some big seasons for them on their new teams as well. And then yes, a 2026 cornerback Dominic Kelly recently did schedule a March 23rd visit to USC. So looking forward to seeing if we can be able to get one of these talented guys in the near future. And then yes, Ritz, the Cracker Company, is doing an NIL campaign for March Madness, and of course they have Juju Watkins as one of their main athletes that they're going to be promoting as well. So that's pretty cool for her to be able to make a little bit of extra money and hopefully get USC deep on that women's bracket to be able to play some of the top teams out there in the later rounds. And then yes, the Oscars were tonight. I did tune in. Look, usually I don't the past couple years because I have not really kept up with a lot of the movies that were part of like the Best Picture and that were up for awards. But the last couple of months I have been, so I thought I was at least okay enough to root for certain movies that I have watched that I thought were good. And obviously, you've heard me mention how much I liked and how well I thought of Oppenheimer when I did see it in theaters a while back, and I kind of thought it would clean up a lot of the awards, and obviously it did. Win. Christopher Nolan, a great time, all-time great director, finally got his first Oscar, Best Director. They won for Best Movie, Best Picture, Best Music as well to Ludwig, Best Editing. Yes, you have to make a 3-hour plus movie interesting, so yeah, the editing was great in that film. Even obviously the guy who played Oppenheimer, Cillian Murphy, won for Best Actor. So yeah, they definitely swept up, won a lot of awards. Even a movie called Poor Things won quite a bit as well. So I did watch that recently, but you will see that in a compilation of what I thought about that, hopefully in the near future or so. So yes, thanks for watching, people. Like and subscribe, comment down below, let me know what y'all think. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.